if I'm a Linkin Park fan, I want to know, okay, if you guys are going to make new music, like, what does it sound like? Like, is it familiar at all? Like, does it have that like really powerful, big, loud chorus vocal? Like, is that what we're doing? And I wanted them to that to be a resounding yes. Give the fans something familiar in the first part. Like, let me sing all the way to the first chorus and then introduce this new person. It's almost like you come to somebody's house and the person you know, like, shakes your hand and welcomes you in, and then you meet new people.
It's genius.
That's perfect. I'm glad we're here then. Wow, worst joke of all time. I'm so sorry. I apologize to you and to anybody else. That was horrible.
Playing the song live, you're singing hit songs that you've known forever and the fans know and love. And then Emptiness Machine happens and the fans are singing it just like any other song. And it's just like, whoa.
They sing it just as loud. They accept it as one of the songs, and it's our song. It's not just like a Linkin Park song. It's the one that this version of the band made. Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. It's almost like fantasy. It should give you a feeling more than it tells you exactly what's going on. It's more of like a metaphor. The first verse especially, I wanted a lot of the words to be like kind of dangerous words, things that are sharp or dark or painful or, you know, things like that. I wanted to establish whatever this thing is that you're interacting with is not friendly, right? And there's an ominous kind of feeling to it. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I don't have a standard way to approach a pre-chorus. A lot of times I find that the verse is really where you're doing a lot of the establishing, like storytelling, and your pre-chorus is maybe can be like a change of color. In the context of this song, I think this pre-chorus is more about the verse is an anxious verse, and so the pre-chorus is establishing, like, building tension, and as opposed to leaving, it's staying on track, but it's pushing into a more tense lyric, really.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be.
I think a lot of us in the band in different ways have been through a version of being told how we ought to do things or what we ought to, like, I don't know. I mean, like
I haven't.
yeah, right. Except for Emily. All the rest of us
Thank you.
really have been through here's how you should be, or here's you know what you're missing, or what, I don't know what, like, there's all kinds of dumb versions of that I have almost like this like pathological attachment to. Like, I keep writing songs about the same thing. I don't know what's wrong with me, and this happens to be one of them. It's strange too, because I feel like my parents are good parents. Like, they didn't like weren't super like pushy about, you know, you can't be an artist or you can't be a musician or whatever. But for some reason, this topic often comes up for me in songs. The simplification of you ought to be this, fit in this little box, is like so ridiculous. Maybe I just react to it and write another song about it because it's the new, whatever this month's version of it is, or something.
It's because you're good at it. So that's why you keep writing it.
Thank you, Emily.
You're welcome. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine, to me, it's like breaking that third wall between you and society or some other world. You'd be exposed to a certain degree to be open for criticism or even loved. Almost like being loved for somebody you're not. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be hated for who I am than being loved for who I'm not. It's like, that would be the quote, I think, like, for what that song means to me. Going around like a revolver, it's been decided how we lose. 'Cause there's a fire under the altar. I keep on lying to, I keep on lying to. Second verse lyrics, when I come in, the lyrics weren't something that I would necessarily write, which was exciting to be able to bring to life lyrics that I don't know how to write. He's the genius in this. And so I was just like, oh man, don't fuck it up.
On the second verse lyrics, sometimes I'll write a line, even in like a singing song, where I'm like, that's a bar. Like, I like that one. There's a fire under the altar I keep on lying to. In my mind, the way that's read is I'm praying at the altar and I'm lying. Like I'm a liar to God or whatever. Like that's like such a nasty little idea. We rarely ever do anything that's like religious related, but in the context of this song, it's not like religion. It's more like a metaphorical thing that everybody is like a part of, like this machine that is toxic. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of.
I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part.
The song is so much about like these bad things happening and scary things and almost like an addiction to something that's toxic. Then why are you putting yourself through this? And the answer is, well, I just wanted to be part of something. Like I just wanted to connect with something else, somebody bigger than me. That's almost the reveal of why we would do that.
I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping, so fucking naive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. So that switch up in the last chorus, it's nothing too crazy of a switch. So you're just like, oh, two words. But when I was learning the Linkin Park songs that we do live, you would think that you understand the lyrics, but when you're like learning it, you're like, wait, it's like there's a the instead of an now, and it's like these little things, and I was like, oh, God,
some of those are
Mike.
big changes. Some of those are like really meaningful. Like, oh,
Absolutely.
I changed
They're
it from one thing to the other, and the meaning of the chorus changed.
Absolutely, and that's what I found so appealing.
Like on this one, I was like, did we drop the F-bomb on this one? Like, yeah, I think we do. I think that's the move.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Well, yeah, you'd be the first one to jump on board. Bridge is a lost art, especially with songs getting shorter. What happened to the good bridges? The Rage Against the Machine.
You know who has the best bridges?
Who's the best bridges?
Tom Petty.
I aspire to that. That is like a high bar. Like to have the like song where you get to the second chorus and you're like, man, that's a good song. And then you get that bridge and you go, oh my gosh, like extra credit.
The emptiness machine.